Welcome back to Main Street Living. We are so excited for the holidays. If you can't tell, we're all getting in the spirit, and nothing says the holidays like your family putting you on trial for one or all of your life decisions.
True. Yeah, I've watched a little Judge Judy, but the question is, what do we really know about the services of family court? And for many people, honestly, we don't really know a great deal about it. So whether it's adopting a child or facing divorce, situations like these may be your first introduction to family law, of course. So our next guest is an expert at navigating the legal system. Welcome to the show, lawyer Timothy Sweet. Welcome to the show, Timothy.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. Thank you for being here. Now, I have a really, really crazy situation here. So my cousin who's practicing law, okay, now she hasn't passed the bar or graduated college. She's just practicing law. So I'm so happy to be on a call with a real person. Okay. So thank you so much for being on the show. All right. And you know a great deal about law. So for starters, can you help us understand what family court is?
Sure. So family court in Rhode Island is actually a bit of an umbrella term. It stands for a whole bunch of stuff. So divorce and child custody gets all the publicity, but family court also handles adoptions. It also handles DCYF matters if one or both parents get into some trouble for alleged abuse or neglect of their children. It handles domestic violence and restraining orders. It handles child support. It handles child relocation if one parent wants to move a child out of the state or out of the country, and even a host of other things like grandparents' rights. So it really is an umbrella term handling basically almost any legal matter you can imagine dealing with a family.
And there's a lot that goes into that. And I know it's not always the easiest thing to talk about. And right now, I mean, some of these situations, people are thinking, oh, I can work through this myself with my family. I don't need any legal help. But there are other times when you do need legal help. How do you know when to seek that?
So two rules of thumb. One, if you cannot have a civil conversation with the other party, be it an ex-girlfriend or boyfriend or a spouse or just the other parent, if you can't have a calm civil conversation about stressful matters, that's one indicator. You might want to just talk to an attorney and see if you need to hire one. The other one is if the other party already has an attorney, then it would be a very good, it's probably a good idea to at least have a free consultation with an attorney and see if you need one as well.
Yeah, and actually being a real attorney helps. So why is it important, unlike me getting advice from my cousin, why is it important for someone to speak with a real lawyer rather than just any lawyer?
Well, I think sometimes you should try to talk to an attorney who only does family court matters if your family is at issue or before a judge, because it's a very, I wouldn't say specialized, but it's a very specific area of law. And there's a lot of landmines. There's a lot of quagmires you can get caught in if you don't know exactly where to step with the correct judge in the right context and the right situation. And everybody is looking for to get through it as quickly and with as least stress and expense as possible. And if you have an attorney who's been before the judge, several hundred times, then that can be beneficial in certain situations.
Yeah, and there's a lot that goes into family law. I mean, there's so many different types of law out there that you can practice. So I'm curious, what made you want to get into family law?
So I didn't know I wanted to do family law until I tried it, but I've always just adored children. And this is the only area of the law where you can almost the only area of the law where you can directly affect the life of a child for the better and really be an advocate and a voice for children. Before this, I was a substitute teacher for about a year. And I just absolutely fell in love with kids. And so the other areas of the law, like bankruptcy and real estate and criminal, they're very dry to me. And this just suited me. And so this is the only area of law I've practiced for a decade now.
That is good. And you've been there for a while. Where can people get in touch with you?
You can call me at 401-340-1600. You can also just Google me. My website is timothymsweetlaw.com. M as in Michael. Or you can email me, timothy@sweetfamilylaw.com.
Now, Timothy, are you only able to help people in Rhode Island, or can you help people from out of state?
I only practice in Rhode Island, so those are the only people I can help. Thank you.
Gotcha. And is there a resource where other people can go, maybe to find somebody in their area that you know about?
Yeah, no. Even if people are outside the jurisdiction, outside of Rhode Island, they can call me. I have great attorneys who do what I do in other states. So.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Good.
Wow. Well, thank you for that. We wish you all the best and a merriest of holidays.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. Good luck to your cousin.
Quincy. All right, lots more ahead on Main Street Living. It's the spirit of giving, so stay tuned to learn about another way you can give back to help your community.